Welcome back to the Mountain Morning Show, and just in time, Ian Pope, the operations manager from Campos Coffee, comes to our set. Thank goodness, because you brought some with you.
We need it.
You do indeed. A little cup of Joe never hurt anyone. That's what I like to say. I don't know if it's true. Anyway, I'm thrilled to have you here. So I understand the name is a little different than I'm saying. So tell me what the trick is here.
You've got to say like an Aussie.
And like an Aussie. Okay.
Yeah.
Let me try.
Okay.
All right. So go ahead. You give me the example first, because I'm not going to just go for that.
Campos coffee.
The Campos coffee.
Terrible.
I know.
Campos coffee.
Campos coffee.
No.
Campos.
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 Perfect.
Yep. Campos coffee. I cannot do it twice. That's what I know. All right. You know what? I don't care how you say it. I just care how it drinks.
Absolutely.
Can we do that?
Well, let's start off with the best one.
All right. Can I ask you, this is true? This is really what this is? This is 100 and how much a pound?
Around $180 a pound.
Oh my goodness, $180 a pound of coffee.
It's a super rare coffee from Panama. It was in the innovation category, so kind of a new varietal, new processing technique, dried on the actual tree, and probably doesn't even taste like coffee.
Oh my gosh, it sure smells good. I'm smelling it through the vent here. Do we have it? We have this?
Absolutely, we absolutely do.
I'm drinking gold. This is awesome.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to test this one out.
Yeah.
This is great. You know what? You should come every morning. Yeah. Do you have enough varieties to show up a lot?
Absolutely.
All right. Well, cheers.
Thank you very much.
Wow. You're right. It doesn't exactly taste like coffee.
Super delicate.
That is very mild.
Really juicy, really fudgy.
I'm usually somebody who kind of makes mine into hot chocolate.
Yeah.
You know, I've got a lot of cream in there. I'm adding a lot of sugar.
Yeah.
Not on this.
You don't need it.
No. That's ideal.
Brilliant.
It's brilliant.
This is the kind of coffee that us nerds kind of really go crazy for.
I'm telling you, this is great. It reminds me of some of that cold pressed coffee or something
absolutely.
like that.
Yep, absolutely. A little bit more fruits, a little bit more, specialty.
Definitely has some fruit flavor to it.
Yep, really fudgy, really great mouthfeel, good texture.
I feel like I'm doing a wine tasting because I'm really trying to figure out what.
Well, there's actually more flavor compounds in coffee than there is in wine.
Yeah, so it would be difficult to pin down everything. But fruit-wise, this is more of a tart fruit of some sort. Kind of I don't know. It's sort of kind of makes me feel like grapefruit-ish.
Yeah, grapefruit, mandarin.
Yeah.
I would say a lot of kind of red berries, raspberries. Really kind of on the red spectrum.
Yeah, the reds, I like that. And it even has kind of a red color to it.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Wow, very good stuff.
An absolute treat.
All right, well, we're going to try some more in a minute, but I wanted to get a little background here. So tell me about Campos. Campos coffee.
We'll get there.
Yeah, I'm trying.
We're a coffee company, a specialty coffee company back from Australia.
Okay.
We've got around 8 flagship stores spread all over Australia.
Really?
And we supply around about 600 cafes across Australia with our roasted coffee.
Wow.
So we directly source our coffee from several regions across the world. We build relationships with growers, with the families of the growers. We spend around cumulative 365 days a year at the farms, talking to the farmers and purchasing. So we're serious about our values. We really believe that coffee is a win-win industry. Win because we get to drink this, but win because the farmers, get a better product, get a better price. Everyone wins from it.
Now, this requires that kind of attention, though, of going to these places a lot, because if you don't, people cut corners on coffee all the time.
Absolutely.
And in fact, some of the things we hear are just downright scary, almost a diamond mine level of scary, right? So talk to me about that. I mean, when you say you're there a lot, you guys are, and so boots on the ground, making sure people are doing exactly what they say they are. Yeah,
it's kind of a two-prong attack. We get a better quality coffee from being at the farm, giving feedback to the farmers, to the growers.
Right.
We can use our expertise to help them better their processes.
Yeah.
But at the same time, we can check up on the farms, make sure there's no child labour. Make sure that the pickers have the best conditions, that they're getting paid well, that the farm has good farming practices.
Picking at the right time.
Absolutely.
Processing it right. I often think, when I think about coffee, just from what I've seen, the way I feel about sushi, it's line caught.
Absolutely.
We one at a time, bring them in immediately. There's some things like that with coffee that are, it's very similar in that matter of care, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Picking a coffee tree is one of the hardest jobs someone can do.
Because it's not all ripe at once.
No, not at all. No.
Right?
So you have to pick the perfect red cherry. If you don't and it gets mixed and then processed, it can taint a whole lot.
Right, wrecks everything.
Yeah, absolutely. So the pickers are essential to the whole industry.
Wow.
If they get it wrong, then we don't get a cup of coffee like this.
Now, often, as you're picking, and everybody knows this, you maybe do get a bad piece of that fruit, so to speak. So now you have somebody there in that second process checking that. So as we said, this is multi-layered. It's there's definitely places to have it go wrong.
Yep.
That's why you're there.
Yep.
Wow, that's cool.
All different sorting processes. For instance, this was in the innovation category. This coffee was actually dried on the tree. Okay, kind of like
no wonder it's expensive.
Kind of like a fancy dessert wine.
Yeah.
This was one of the first tree-dried coffees in the world.
That is tremendous.
So pretty cool.
You can tell why, because that's really good,
isn't it?
I love that one. All right.
Well, we can go over to another one.
Let's talk about some others. Yeah.
Yeah. This is the Blade Runner. This is the coffee that we entered into the coffee review.
Yeah, and you guys got a 95.
95.
Oh my gosh.
Not many coffees get 95s, and for a blend, that's a feat.
All right. So is the name from where we think it's from?
Kind of. It's on the the cutting edge of a light to dark roast.
Okay.
It's for us, for Campos, it's a cutting edge roast. This was our first kind of omni roast, our Scandinavian roast.
Omni roast.
Omni roast.
I like
getting
that.
nerdy. Sorry.
No, nerdy. I'm glad you have this passion for coffee.
Yeah, absolutely. So this was one of our pets over the last 2 years, our pet projects, and we absolutely love it. It's a combination of Ethiopian, Kenyan, and a natural processed coffee from Costa Rica.
Now, I think most people understand that when you're blending from different regions, just like you do with wine, you're going to get a different flavor, different earth tones, we get different soil.
Absolutely,
right?
Absolutely.
So that's one of the things here, and so figuring out that blend, that's a trick.
Yep, just like a master blender at a distillery. This is exactly what we do. We use the Ethiopian for fruits, we use the Kenyan for a bit of body and black currants, and then the Costa Rican gives real body and mouthfeel.
All right. So do we have that one to try?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, let's give it a shot then.
Cool.
By all means. So why are we so lucky to have Campos here in Park City? That's the question, man. Did you come here to ski and you just never went home? What?
Yeah, actually, I came here 5 years ago for Sundance. And then came 2 years ago with friends to ski, and I stayed above the cafe where we are now.
Nice.
In Park City Mountain Resort, and I had no idea at that time that I would have a cafe here.
How about that?
I never used to believe in fate.
Yeah. Well, fate has been kind to both of us then.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Once again, super delicate.
That one I may even like
really
better.
Juicy.
I think for an everyday coffee, this is the way to go.
So this, we have this on drip at the cafe.
It's always available.
Always available.
Yeah.
This next to a darker roast, to appease the people who really want to put some cream in there and really kind of get a kick.
Right.
But for the people who like a more delicate coffee, this is available.
Yeah, those are the people, I kind of call that motor oil, when you're really going for the heavy stuff.
And you can do motor oil really well. Doesn't have to be bad.
I like that idea, because a bold coffee is good at, say, 7:30 in the morning, but this is ideal.
Yeah,
just right.
Bringing coffee like this to Park City was a no-brainer. Why not Park City?
Yeah, why not?
Such a beautiful place. Everyone has such great community spirit. Feels really, really like home.
And I'm guessing that people who have switched to you as their primary source are pretty passionate about it too, aren't they?
Absolutely.
You got a lot of nerds shopping there is what you're saying, because we were referring to ourselves.
Yeah, absolutely. The people that are coming in are being wowed and we really enjoy that kind of feedback. Just putting the pattern on top of a coffee and showing people how we do that. People just lose their mind, and that's really rewarding for me as a barista, me as an owner. It's really great feedback to have.
Indeed. Well, I love watching the patterns too. You'll have to teach me a couple of those, all right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, as we go from drinking it straight to adding a little of the Joe idea to it, make it a little creamier for me is always a good plan. But I gotta say, this is the first time in a really long time I've had a coffee that the acidity levels and the aftertaste weren't so much that I didn't like it black.
Yep.
This is the first time I can say that I have. It's quite amazing.
You've hit it on the head with the acidity levels. When we try coffee like this, we're looking for certain acids in the coffee.
Right.
I can go much deeper, but a really complex acidity is what we're looking for.
Yeah. Well, that's clearly what you have, because that other kind that you've had is that acidity is the kind you're like
totally.
that aftertaste. This has none of that. Wow. Well, this is tremendous. Tell us where the location is that you slept above before you decided to move in. It's over at Park City Mountain.
Yeah, it's at the resort. It's just above the ice rink.
Great.
On the corner.
Spot.
Yeah, it's brilliant. Just finished 3 days ago. It's been a whirlwind couple of weeks.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Had the big grand opening or just a soft?
It's soft. We just wanted to open and get our systems right and get everyone used to what we're doing. We've also got a ski beach. So we've got some Adirondack chairs out on the beach. We'll be serving beer there hopefully in January if everything goes well.
All right.
But it's just such a beautiful location. When the sun's beating down on the snow beach, there's nothing like it.
Do I sense the idea of a coffee beer coming sometime soon?
Oh man, if I have my way, absolutely. There's some great local brewers that I'd love to team up with.
Indeed, I'm sure there's some stuff you could do there that would be very magical.
Absolutely.
Well, you mentioned again getting the process right as you get ready to open. Clearly, process is what Campos is all about. How was that? I got pretty close that time.
Yeah, that was a 9 out of 10.
All right. Well, then I'll let you say it as you tell us the website where we can find out more information.
www.camposcoffee.com.
Camposcoffee.com.
We've got a web store. We're selling all these coffees online, especially the tree-dyed geisha. However, it was only a 75-pound lot, so that's not going to stay around for very long.
Wow. That sounds like a Christmas gift to me.
Absolutely.
We got one more to talk about just before we leave. What is this?
Yeah, this
is all decorated for Christmas.
This is our superior blend. This is what we put 95% of our effort into. 9 out of 10 cafes that use our coffee use this blend.
Is that right?
Absolutely. It's put in some fancy packaging that our designers worked on. But yeah, that's our flagship blend. There's 8 to 10 beans in it.
This is the one that brings the interest.
Absolutely.
Gets people to come in and check out more.
As an espresso coffee, that is brilliant. We run that through all of our espresso machines. It's beautiful, caramel, fudgy with a bit of acidity.
Well, I was going to say, when you get to grinding for espresso, that's when acidity really begins to matter, because that finer grind, you're going to taste that, right?
Yep, absolutely. Yeah. And you need that acidity to punch through the milk. Okay, we don't want a milkshake. We want coffee.
That's right. You want to taste it.
So that's we've used the superior blend for the 14 years that we've been open as a company.
Wow.
And we love it, and we put so much effort into it.
Well, it's all about the nerdy process in coffee. That's what our friend Ian has brought to you with Campos Coffee. Make sure you check them out. Park City Mountain right behind us above the ice rink. Much more to come here on the Mountain Morning Show. I'm extremely excited to talk to a real meteorologist right after this.